Nisa,
Yes.
tengok chat.
Chat ke mana? Discussion room.
Presenter chat.
Okay, share slide Nampak tak? Can you see?
Nampak? Okay, kita dah start. So, kena matikan mic and fokus at presenter chat Hello, Assalamualaikum. So, welcome to the parents room. So, for this session, we will have a sharing by the Center for Student Development to talk about students' journey, and also from a residential village to talk about hostel life, and our registry team to talk about the financial assistance. So, you can ask anything in the discussion forum. So, I will share. I will let Ms. Khairunisa Amy Ghazali to talk about the students' journey in UTP.
Okay. Can you see my slide? Can I start now? Okay.
So, we're waiting for Ms. Khairunisa to share the screen. Okay, so just to let you know, so for this session, this morning session, we have from RV, Residential Village, to talk about students' life, and also from Center for Student Development to share about the student experience, okay, in UTP. And we have also Mr. Tajul to share about financial assistance. So there are several financial assistance available in UTP. So from Tabung Zakat, we have also other external sponsorship and scholarship available for the SPM leavers. So it's a good opportunity for all of you to ask questions. So utilize this platform to ask any question related to financial assistance, and also have a residential village, so you can see the rooms, the hostel life in UTP as well. And for Center for Student Development, we have
Arunisa
to talk about student experience. So you can see the events, activities that UTP have conducted every year. There are several agile leadership. We have activities and programs to build on the networking and skills of the students. And also, she will talk about the internship experience and some career development opportunity as well. So while waiting for Miss Anissa, so I think maybe Cik Ahmad would like to take over the session, or should we wait for Miss Nisa?
We're waiting for Nisa.
Okay, so we wait for Nisa. Maybe pick. Oh, go replace.
Okay, Nisa.
So we are still waiting for Nisa, and she will share the experience later about the student journey in UTP. So I think she has some technical errors there, but in the meanwhile, wait, okay, let me share about the student development here. So they prepare a video. They prepare a video for you to watch about the student development in UTP. So, okay, all right. So I think Ms. Nisa ready there. So I will pass to Ms. Nisa to start presentation. So welcome on board.
Hello. Okay. Farhad, can you see my slide?
Proceed.
Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry for some technical issues. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Khairul Nisa Aimi. I'm from Student Development Center for Student Development. Thank you for joining us today. So for today's session, we will brief you about the function of the Student Development Center for Student Development. Okay. So basically, for this today's session under the Center for Student Development Office, we have 5 officers under the center. So for each officers, we have the important role to develop the students' experience and the students' skills. Okay, while they are in UTP. Okay, so these are the 5 officers are the Career Development Office, Technopreneurship Office, Student Mobility Office, a Campus Life Office, Talent and Talent Enrichment Office. Okay, for this session, we will start with the brief introduction on each of the office under the CSD, and from this you can see many opportunities that the students can get when they join student development programs in UTP. So I will start with the Career Development Office first. Okay, so this office main goal is to equip students with the career-ready skills in enhancing the marketability upon graduations. So to achieve these 4 goals, the CDO, or we call it Career Development Office, have crafted many programs for our students, as you can see here, on the right button on your screen, some of the programs give a benefit to the students, like the industrial visits, the career fair, the career awareness, some of the campus mock interview, trend talks, and also the civic clinics. Other than that, we also provide many more programs to support the career development, career opportunities for the students. So this actually programs is to bridge the connection between UTP students and the industry for their career-related opportunities. Just to share with all of you that 95% of UTP graduates were employed by the private sectors companies, including MNCs and GLCs. So they actually receive a salary above national average, which is 3,000 and above. Okay. Okay, UTP also have a very unique and niche internship program, which we have the longest internship structure, where is 7 months program. So this has made our internship is highly demand among industry partners. So our students will have the opportunity to do their internship programs, not in locally, but also in overseas with our international companies. So as you can see here on the screen, there's a sum of our internship partners such as the Petronas, Intel, ExxonMobil, Dialog, and many more. Okay, just to share with you, our one of our internship success stories from our previous students from mechanical engineering, Mr. Sharul Shafiq bin John Rahmat from mechanical engineering. He has done his internship program in Mitsubishi Fuso in Kawasaki, Japan. And among the opportunities that he get during his internship are the international networking and also travel experience. So while he in Japan, through the international networking, he get an offer, and currently he works as a design engineer at UPS Electric at Sendai, Japan. Okay, we move to the next office. This is Technopreneurship Office. The main role of this office is to change the job seeker into job creator mindset among the students, especially to secure the economic future of the UTP graduates by increasing the employment rate. So Technopreneurship Office also provides services to the UTP student based on the 6 core functions, which are the avenue of awareness on the entrepreneurship, and also providing the product development skill set and business development skill set. Besides that, Technopreneurship Office also provide funding, assistance, infrastructure, and facilities for the product and also the business development. And the Technopreneurship Office also provide the avenue for the networking programs, such as the field trips, the industrial exposure, and networking opportunities. So that the from the networking, the students will have the coaching and mentoring and prosperity for the startup venture. Okay, for the students with the ideas and innovations, Technopreneurship Office provide consultation on the way forward. So this include providing students with the mentoring and coaching in determining their value proposition and also designing their business model. So through our continuous engagement with the students, we can know their interests, their skills and talents, and from there we leverage our expertise to encourage them to further the venture into their interests by providing all the assistance that we could. Okay, we move to the next office. This is the Student Mobility Office. Okay, in a simple word, we offer multiple types of overseas programs to broaden students' experience in enhance their self-development to become all-rounded global graduates. So under this mobility office, we offer 3 main type outbound mobility programs. The outbound is referring to the students traveling to overseas. So the first one is the students exchange programs. So the students will have the opportunity to go for the exchange for 1 or 2 consecutive semester at their preferred university across the world. So previously, we have sent students to Indonesia, China, Philippines, Turkey, UAE, USA, Norway, and lots more. Okay, for those who prefers, a student who prefers to go for the short duration program, we also have the summer programs, special education trips, and also intensive learning programs. So this program usually took around 2 weeks time, where most of our students choose to go during their semester break. So for this program, a student can enroll in short course either in cultural, language, or any technical course that offered by our partners universities. So previous students have gone to South Korea and also Germany. Okay. Apart from that, we offer also the research attachment programs, or we call it RAP, where the students get attached at the cutting edge research centers and experience working with global prominent researchers. As shown here, you can see we have students who undergone their RAP at USA, Germany, Australia, and many more. These mobility programs are not compulsory. However, it is nice to have program which could provide a better graduate, and it is an added value for the students. Those extra expenses need to be provided for the program fees, for the flight tickets, accommodation, and also personal expenses. However, at UTP, we offer some partial financial assistance for those who are eligible and meet the requirement. So this funding can be applied through Yayasan UTP or Tabung Amanah Zakat UTP. So the students may plan ahead their study journey and choose which mobility program that they would like to join before the graduations. While I give a briefing about the Center for Student Development, we have a quiz in the discussion room. So you may answer the quiz to win a prize. Okay, you may ask your family to answer the questions. Okay, we move to the next office. This is a campus life office. Campus Life Office assists students in transition into university life, where students will be provided with the resources and support needed. So, while students who like to nurture their skills and passion beyond classroom, so they can join the clubs and societies in UTP. So, this will help the students to develop their building leadership capabilities, embracing the diversity and nurturing the values. Other than that, we also provide the opportunities for students to be active and engaged at UTP and within its surrounding communities through the community engagement projects and volunteerism programs. Okay. Under this campus life office, we have three units. For the first one is the first year experience, the club societies, and also the community outreach. For the first year experience, we call it FYE. FYE unit are focusing in designing programs for new intake students, either they enter UTP in foundation level or the undergraduate level. So in this first year in UTP, FYE team will assist them in their transition process from high school to university graduate and experiencing the campus lifestyle in UTP. In UTP, our aim is to produce the graduates with global citizenship mindset through community outreach program. As such, students are provided with opportunities to participate in and contribute to the community at a range level from local to global. So in 2019, 10% of our students are getting internationalization experience by joining community outreach programs abroad. Other than that, UTP also offer more than 70 clubs and societies for all students to join from the 8 cluster that we have. This will give a chance for them to socialize, getting to know new friends, and even traveling locally and internationally representing UTP in competition and also programs that conducted by the students. So the club and societies in UTP are very active. Normally, we have more than 300 programs conducted by the students' club and societies. Okay, we move to the next office. Is the Talent Enrichment Office. Okay, Talent Enrichment Office responsible to develop and enhance the student capabilities and potential in sports and arts and cultural. So this office also provide various extracurriculum courses for students to venture when they enter UTP. This office provides the opportunities for our students to learn from the basic in sport as well as arts and culture in our student and development frameworks. For the sports and recreations, we believe the healthy body and mind will assist students towards a successful life. Therefore, we have provided various type of sport facilities for students to experience, such as we have swimming pool, gymnasium, various sport courts, kayak, and many more. UTP sport teams also have achieved a numerous recognition as well as achievement such as best sport team in a private university sport competitions, and also overall champion for the international student sport carnival, and actually many more achievement that we have. Okay, so in UTP we encourage our students to conduct and running events by themselves at a various level. So currently for sports, we have quite a number of signature programs which are fully run by our own students. For example, we have the programs, the UTP Sport, UTP Super Sport, UTP Netball Tournament, a UTP Youth Chess Tournament, and many more. Okay, under the heritage arts and culture, we encourage our students to be active in any area that they are interested. So currently under this arts and culture, we have 15 groups which frequently organize the programs and also event, and also representing university at national and international level programs. So many achievements that have been achieved by our students, such as the first prize international folk dance at Cheonan World Dance Festival in Korea, and also our university have the first and the only higher learning institute that have produced a Gamelan Melayu album, and the album can be streamed in all digital platforms. Okay, besides that, we also provide platform for students to develop their skills and providing structures and training by the certified instructor, which enable them to represent university at the locally and also internationally. So when joining UTP, we encourage students to visit our office, and we shall assist to develop and enhance their capabilities in becoming well-rounded global graduates. Okay, now we proceed with the video from our department, which showcase our students' activities. With that, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Harissa, for the sharing. So now we are moving to the second part of our session, which is the sharing session by Residential Village to share about the hostel and campus life. So I will pass this floor to Mr. Jeffroy Sani.
Thank you very much, Cik Farhan. Alright, hello, my name is Muhammad Faisani Abdul Ghaffar, Executive for Residential Village Department, University Technology Petronas. Today I will be sharing with all of you quickly about Residential Village, what we do, what we provide, and what all potential UTP students can expect when they enter UTP. Okay, but first, please enjoy a brief montage which our team has prepared for you. So, Mr. Farhan, will you assist with the video? Mr. Farhan, hope you guys get the gist of what happened and what to expect on the day of arrival and registration to Residential Village. Okay. Now let us move on to my quick presentation about Residential Village. Overall, our aim is to provide a conducive environment for all students that choose to stay with us here in UTP by attending amenities and their needs within our capabilities. We all want students to feel at home when they are progressing towards their final goal, which is graduation with flying colors from UTP. So basically, we want all to feel RV as a home away from home. Here is an overall map of the university and the 5-kilometer vicinity. You can see the UTP is mostly surrounded by natural forests and some man-made lakes around Masjid An-Nur or Grand Mosque. The closest towns are Bandar University, also Seri Iskandar Business Centre, SIBC, as you can see on the bottom half of the map. It is usually where our students hang out when they feel like going out, but maybe not in the mood to travel further to Ipoh or Meru, which will take around half an hour or maybe 45 minutes. So, while a decade back, you might see only some small grocery stores here, now you can find various fast food outlets such as KFC and McDonald's, and then some hypermarkets like Tesco, Econsafe, and not forgetting Billion. And there is also Hentian Bus Seri Iskandar, where students can buy bus tickets to go back to hometown. Their usual routes cover, I think, to and from Kuala Lumpur, northward, and also to Pantai Timur, eastward. So basically, the area around UTP is you have already various choices for the students. Okay. Moving on, I will share a little bit about the department. In residential village department, we are divided into basically three different units: student accommodation, operations office, and campus dining and catering. So me myself, I together with Puan Siti Nurul Ainani, are executive in charge of student accommodation, while Puan Afikah and also Encik Shah Nizam are in charge of operations and campus dining respectively. In the interest of our sharing today, I would say most of students' engagement will be from my unit. So meaning almost all the time, students they will be interacting with student accommodation unit, either from directly through email or directly in person or UCS. Um, the student accommodation unit will also be assisted by 12 assistants, which are in charge of separate villages. So they will be our frontline students, so to speak. So our students will communicate, meet our assistants first, most of the time. Besides the management team, we also have extended support units by the students themselves, which we will go into a little bit later. But now I would like to share uh, about our foundation structured program. Okay, in looking at our new students, meaning those who have just ended their schooling years and are about to begin their journey into university life, um, there is something called foundation structured program, which we prepare for the new students. Okay, as you can see on the left picture where it says the UTP student development and experience model, it basically says about the three phases that the students will go through and experience. Number one is the transitional phase from schooling life, where students will be learning and adjusting their time and studying style from school to university style. And then number two, the transformational journey, meaning the university life itself. And this journey is to reach the final phase, or rather the final outcome, which is another transitional phase from university life to working life, becoming a real adult. Okay. So for all of our present here, as your children enters our university, they are taking their first step through all this exciting journey ahead of them. I would like to focus more on the transitional period which occurs during the first years of staying in UTP. Yeah? Okay, all the students will be assisted by four of these departments that I listed below here. The first one is Center for Foundation Studies. We call them CFS, which is their academic faculty. This is where their lecturers are, and they can meet CFS for academic support. And then CSD, Center for Student Development, which our previous presenter, Puan Kunisa, is part of. So as she has presented earlier, CSD handles most university events and also student bodies that the students can join and enhance their extracurricular skills. Next, residential village, that's my department. We will provide support regarding their place of stay and other basic amenities. And lastly, PCS Psychology Counseling Services for their psychological support and well-being. In terms of residential village, uh, under this foundation structure program, we have specified village 1 and village 2 to be their first touchdown, aka first place where they can call their second home. Okay, so in a few minutes, I will share the room profiles of village 1 and village 2 for everyone to see. So what to know what to expect and village 1 and village 2. Also other villages as well, so that you may know the various villages that are available on the university. First one, I would like to go to room profiles for village 1. Basically, village 1 is a dormitory type. Uh, we have single room and also twin sharing room in this village. Basic amenities includes single mattress, study table, study lamps, electric socket, LAN port, wardrobe, and window. And village 1 distance to foundation lecture hall is actually 400 meters only. It's 10 minutes of walking distance. So naturally, village 1 is a suitable place for new foundation. Okay. I would like to highlight some things regarding this village. Since V1 and V2 is dormitory types, by default, all students, new students, will be pre-assigned to these villages. By default, they will go into twin sharing room. This is mainly part of the initiative to ensure students engage and communicate with each other and get to know other people, make friends, and in general, ensure level of trust and respect, develop the respect between each other. So this is the basic pictures of village one. Next, we want to talk about village two. Village two is also part of the places that we have in plan for foundation structured program. Basically, it's the same type of rooms, dormitory. We have single rooms, a twin sharing room, basic amenities as well. Distance to foundation lecture hall is also somewhat similar with village one because they are next to each other. I also would like to highlight Alvi is having a planned refurbishment for village two to emulate the village one image. So this project commences this year. So if you are registering and coming to UTP this year in May or September, you might notice some blocks in village two are closed due to this refurbishment. Okay. Moving on, these are the room profiles for other villages in UTP. I will show you village 3 and later village 4 and village 5. These three villages are apartment style hostels, which as our students move up past the transitional period into their second year, their third year, and final year, they can book their own hostel through our online booking system, which is called UCampus. So basic amenities in these villages are the same. It's just that they do not have any single room. They only have twin sharing room, and some rooms have extra amenities which are air conditioned room. Okay, so having said that, these village are apartment style, so uh, contains up to 6 rooms, up to 6 rooms. So they will have their pantry area as well, and also shared bathroom for one house. Okay, and village 5, they are similar in terms of the layout lah. Okay, but this one is for seniors usually after you have graduated past foundation and moving into and move past your first year of alert study in UTP. Later on, your children can book these rooms through our online booking system. Okay, so first come first serve. Right. Next, we also have village 6. Village 6 is our oldest village among all the other villages. It is dormitory style, having similar basic amenities with V1 and V2, and all are twin sharing room only. Do not have single room. So this village is situated opposite of our Masjid An-Nur and is surrounded by the extended lake. As you see when you enter UTP from the main gate. So it is closer to the main gate and our mosque. Okay. This village is very popular among our final year students. I think because they prefer the serenity and the calmness of the area. It's a bit quiet compared to other villages because it's a bit secluded. Nevertheless, this is also available for booking through UCampus. Continue my presentation. I would like to mention some of the provided facilities and services that you can expect when staying in our UTP hostel. First off, all students will enjoy free internet, unlimited through individual LAN connection, and also 22.5 gigabytes through campus-wide Wi-Fi service. We also provide 4-way water dispenser at each residential block. Besides that, we also have laundry services, both self-service in V2, V3, V4, V5, V6, and over-the-counter laundry services in V1. There is also a central post laju kiosk for inbound parcels only at Village 4. Our students usually make online purchases and they will get their purchase product at this kiosk lah. Okay. Other services include printing, which you can find our mini marts. Next, common room for open discussions and study groups. Sometimes if the students need a more formal setting, a more privacy, they can book our meeting room. Is available for booking, so students can come and book the meeting room with us. All these facilities are located at our student center. Student center ni is usually in the middle of the village. So in the middle of the village, you also have cafeteria, also all these facilities like meeting room. So in Village 5, we have Rubel, which is Ruang Belajar, our special air-conditioned area lah. It's basically like a common room, but with air conditioning. This is also one of the favorite spot for students to study. Other than that, we also have sport facilities in our village, such as a court, volleyball court, futsal court, sepak takraw court, basketball court. They are located in clusters at Village 1 and also Village 5. However, these sport facilities are accessible by those who are staying in Village 2, 3, 4, or 5, and other villages as well, because they are just within walking distance. Okay. Next is we also have janitor services for common space. Available on weekdays and Saturdays. They are in charge of cleaning the common areas. However, please note, cleanliness of the room is still up to the students themselves. Janitor kita tak masuk ke bilik. Okay. Besides that, car parking spaces are available in abundance around all the residential areas. Okay. Besides that, we also have parking spaces for bicycles and motorcycles. Usually roof lah. You have roof to protect from the rain. Next, we also have female gymnasium available in Village 4. This is meant to assist our female students who might require some privacy and also maybe find difficulties to travel to the main gymnasium in our sport complex. Okay. Surau is available in every village as well for the Muslims. And next, cafeteria at every village. We have cafeteria that serve Malay cuisine, Chinese cuisine, and Middle East cuisine for the most part. Right? Besides that, you can also find 24-hour in-house clinic, which offers free service to all UTP students. Don't worry, okay? Everything is free in the clinic. Okay? And then the clinic also have, by the way, have 24-hour the ambulance, ambulance services. So for critical cases where students, where the patient has difficulty to go to the clinic, they can request for the clinic to send an ambulance, get them to for further. Okay. Our security department also provides a 24-hour patrolling around the campus and hostel area to ensure the safety of the students. Any village, there is also designated security post so that if an emergency happens, anyone can alert the security by going to the security post directly, which is very close to the hostel. This is the security post is also at the student center, you at the middle of the village, where you will also find cafeteria lah, basically cafeteria area. Okay. Finally, we also have ATM machine, Maybank and CIMB on campus. Also, UTP shuttle bus that provides free services to and from the university and to Sri Skandar district, Sri Skandar township. Okay. So when staying in our hostels, there are some allowed items and also prohibited items. So these are some examples of the allowed appliances for the students to bring, and also prohibited items. Uh, Easy to remember is that in essence, we do not allow items that are related to cooking because our rule says no cooking in hostel area. Also, we prohibit appliances that has heavy electrical loads, such as air condition and refrigerator. Okay, so please only use our provided items and only bring those appliances that we allow. Okay. All right. So moving on. Previously, I talked about the extended support unit. So one of the initiatives to extend this support unit to the students themselves in terms of taking care of each other during their life in their village is the village representatives. So among the community lah, when the new students enters the university, several students will be nominated and appointed to be the spokesperson and to channel the communications uh, from go through between the management and students in a systematic manner. So my personal comment is that this is a good opportunity for the students to train their soft skills, and it serves as a basic exposure towards management, which will definitely benefits the students in preparing themselves for the transformational journey later on and later in working life because they understand the processes of management, what needs to be done, what are the rules and regulations. Okay. But apart from all the work-related stuff, lah, a little bit, they are also given the opportunity to plan and organize events for the other students, right? So while our Center for Student Development, CSD, definitely is the main focus regarding university events, we at RV also have villages which cater more towards encouraging students' engagement and bonding with each other in the village. Okay, to create this is all towards creating a harmonious environment in village. Okay, we do not want the students to be passive and sitting in their rooms only. We want them to mix together. So that's why all these events are being held. Okay. So these are some of the examples. Sports related, we have events like inter-village futsal competition. We have cultural related events like Spring Festival. This is during the Chinese New Year. We also have events during Deepavali and Hari Raya, the major celebration event. Next, we also have arts events for the students who have talent in arts. They are welcome to join events such as Festival of Music and Arts, where the students can perform and also create arts. Some of our students are very good painters, for example. Okay? So we want to encourage and ensure the events have variety to entice students of different interests. Okay, it is important that in the end, the students need to understand while we can prepare all the necessary things, but it is still in the end up to them to make their living in village more conducive. So for everyone here, you can always encourage your children when enter UTP. Please take part in our activities. So it will benefit everyone. Okay. And then for further information and inquiries, we are also available on social media, specifically at Facebook and Instagram. You can like and follow to get any updates. We usually communicate with students directly internally through email. However, we do share some announcements to our social media channels as well. Parents are definitely welcome to follow us. Okay. For further inquiries, we we encourage everyone to contact us through our unified customer service. This is a portal for our UDP. If you have any queries, the main portal will be here. So for students as well, after they join, after they enter UDP, Unified Customer Service will be their main portal regarding any issue lah. If they want to lodge regarding maybe their room have defects, something like maybe, for example, spoiled lamp or the fan is not working, for example, they will lodge to Unified Customer Service. So this I highly encourage like everyone that have queries to send their queries here, ucs.udp.edu.my. So for parents watching this right now, if you have further queries that need further explanation, like longer explanation, just lodge to UCS as well. So our person in charge will check and answer your queries. Also, for another as another option, you can also drop us email to utp.rv@utp.edu.my. So that is all from my part. I would like to thank everyone for your kind attention, and I hope everyone has a better understanding regarding our hostel, our services, and our team who will take care of the students here in UTP. With that, I pass the stage back to Mr. Farhan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jafar Zani. So now, thanks for the sharing, because now you can understand more about the students' life, especially in the hostel. So now we proceed to the next session, which is by Mr. Tajul from Registry. So he will share about the available financial assistance for the SPM leavers. So I will pass the floor to Mr. Tajul.
Financial assistance. Financial assistance, scholarship or sponsorship available that is available especially for this May intake and also for September intake as well. So I would like to start with the sharing. Okay, first of all, what is scholarship? What is sponsorship? What is loan? Everything. Okay, so basically scholarship is basically some the amount of money ataupun duit yang diberikan kepada pelajar berdasarkan pelajar itu punya akademik, pencapaian akademik yang bagus dan juga merit serta kalau ikut yayasan bergantung kepada pelajar-pelajar yang cemerlang yang mana pelajar yang memerlukan ataupun deserving students lah. Okay, untuk scholarship there is full and also partial. Okay, full scholarship and partial scholarship. Okay, for full scholarship there is they cover semua tuition fees plus allowance. Okay, kadang-kadang dia bagi akan bagi book allowance apa semua tu. Untuk partial scholarship mostly they will cover only tuition fees, maybe up to, it depends on the sponsor sometimes, or some sponsors even pay up to 10,000 a year, ada 10,000, 15,000 a year, ada up to 20,000 a year. Including their allowance. Okay. And then there's education loan. So education loan ni there's a few education loan yang, satu education loan yang full education loan that you need to pay, you need to repay back, and the other one is convertible loan. Okay. So for financial assistance there's a few classification. There is from government, there's from corporate companies. Yang government ni macam JPA, memang government bodies, PARA, PTPTN. And then from corporate companies ada Shell, ada Exxon, ada from katalah Halliburton, Baker, Technip, betul. Ada from financial institution macam banks, Bank Rakyat, CIMB, Maybank, Agrobank. So there's a university scholarship. So most universities semua ada their own funding for scholarship. Macam UTP, we do have under sikit. Okay, for university we do have funding from zakat dan juga from Yayasan UTP. From zakat ni, because UTP is one of the amil for Majlis Agama Islam Perak. So all those funding ataupun payment for zakat that channel through UTP from UTP staff itself, ada Petronas staff, ada UTP alumni, and also there's from UTP partners yang mana payment through UTP, all the payments yang dapat untuk pembayaran zakat ni kita akan kita akan hand over kepada Majlis Agama Islam Perak. Dan selepas tu Majlis Agama Islam Perak akan return balik pada UTP about 50% untuk diberikan kepada pelajar-pelajar asnaf yang memerlukan. Okay, untuk UTP kita ada full scholarship yang contohnya macam Petronas, JPA, MARA, Yayasan UTP, Pelaju dan juga certain badan korporat yang lain. Kita ada partial, contohnya macam PTPTN. So PTPTN ni partial sebabnya even though dia bagi maximum loan ataupun 100% loan, but dia still tak cukup lagi untuk cover the rest of tuition fees. I will explain a bit further nanti. And then that's from tabung zakat, whereby tabung zakat tak cover kesemua. Mostly tabung zakat akan make sure that pelajar ni akan kena apply PTPTN juga. And then there's a state foundation macam Yayasan Perak, Yayasan Sabah, Yayasan Terengganu, Yayasan Pahang ada bagi. And then certain corporate bodies yang mana contohnya macam Sinciu, Gadang, KLK, Baker, semua dia ada bagi partial saja. Contohnya dia bagi up to 20,000 a year, you know. And then juga there's one-off assistance yang mana one-off assistance ni ada daripada zakat, ada daripada yayasan. Sebabnya one-off assistance ni dia punya kriteria dia lain. Contohnya macam kriteria dia perlukan income kategori below 5,000 dan juga CGPA below above 2.75. Macam tadi untuk yayasan UTP requirement dia lebih tinggi 3.5 itu. Okay, this is UTP. Kita ada internal dan juga external sponsorship. Okay, untuk internal sponsorship daripada yayasan, kita ada yayasan full scholarship program yang mana this program cover daripada foundation sampai habis degree. Contohnya kalau ambil engineering, foundation engineering 1 tahun dan degree program untuk engineering 4 tahun. So dia punya requirement adalah sama seperti Petronas punya scholarship punya requirement, which is 3As. Okay, lepas tu permohonan juga melalui link yang sama di Petronas. Okay, so semua requirement kita akan buat proses assessment dia semua Petronas punya scholarship. Lepas tu kita ada yayasan dengan partnership dengan companies. Contohnya macam kita ada partnership dengan Teknik, partnership dengan Halliburton, dan juga ada Baker Hughes yang mana mostly semua company ni akan sponsor untuk pelajar di peringkat ijazah saja. So foundation dia tak cover. So that's why duration dia hanyalah selama maksimum 4 tahun. Okay, selain itu juga kita ada daripada Yayasan UTP yang mana this is kita panggil education grant. Yang mana education grant ni dia akan cover hanyalah tuition fee sahaja. Okay, dia tak cover monthly allowance macam tadi Yayasan UTP Scholarship, dia cover monthly allowance lebih kurang 800 sebulan untuk pelajar dan juga ada duit poket, duit buku semua tu. Macam ya, education grant ni hanyalah untuk cover tuition fees mata-mata. Okay, education grant ni tuition fees ada 2 kategori. Satu AG 100 yang mana cover sehingga 100,000 dan satu lagi AG 50 yang mana cover sehingga 50,000. Yang mana 100,000 itu maksudnya cukuplah untuk cover semua tuition fees. Tapi yang untuk 50 EG 50 ni yang kata 50,000 ni dia perlukan tambahan top up sendiri, sama ada top up tu nak gunakan duit sendiri ataupun duit EPF ataupun nak gunakan PTPTN sebagai sumber kewangan untuk top up. Okay. Tapi untuk this criteria adalah slightly different. Macam tadi scholarship Petronas dia perlukan minimum kriteria, the kriteria ni adalah below 4,000 income. So kalau untuk education grant ni adalah below 10,000. Okay. Okay, kalau dari segi SPM score kita perlukan 8A minus dan juga kalau daripada diploma, matrix ataupun foundation tempat lain semua kita perlukan CGPA 3.5. Okay, ya tadi untuk kita ada UTP bursary. Yang bursary ni kita akan buka pada setiap semester, every semester. Okay, the requirements are slightly different. The GPA require at least 2.75, and then the household income is below 6,000. Okay, so there's few criteria. Okay, yang mana for this one we only cover to students yang under PTPTN punya sponsorship or under tak ada sponsors lah, maksudnya without sponsors. Okay, ataupun yang without sponsor macam first semester, second semester student yang belum dapat sponsor. Sebabnya this one we call it as an assistant, extra assistance to the student, yang mana contohnya result semester few semester lepas dia dapat katalah below tu, yang mana PTPTN tak bayar. So untuk few next 2 semester dia dah score balik apa semua, so ada hutang-hutang yang tertinggal tu terpaksa dibayarlah gitu. Okay, lepas tu kita ada tabung zakat. Okay, tabung zakat kita ada 2 scheme. First special scheme dan juga normal scheme. So special scheme ni kita ada untuk B40 kategori. Kita ada saya ada buat sedikit summary untuk mudahkan lagi faham, yang mana untuk B40 kategori ni kita katakan yang macam ni. Untuk B40 kategori, kalau ikutkan komitmen, walaupun yuran tu 18,000, tetapi komitmen daripada ibu bapa untuk sepanjang pengajian selama setahun di UTP tu, ibu bapa tak perlu buat bayaran apa-apa pun. Okay, cumanya anak tu perlu mohon PTPTN sebab pihak tabung amanah zakat cuma akan buat bayaran selebihnya setelah ditolak PTPTN. Contohnya kadar yuran yang kita kenakan adalah sebanyak 18,000, PTPTN cuma cover sehingga 6,800. Balance daripada setelah ditolak PTPTN tu lebih kurang dalam 12-13,000 tu akan cover ataupun ditop up oleh tabung amanah zakat. So ini bermakna ibu bapa tak perlu bayar apa-apa langsung dah. Selepas tu cumanya perlu bayar untuk ataupun berikan kepada pelajar untuk duit poket, untuk duit makan setiap bulan lah, itu saja. Okey, lepas tu untuk M40 pelajar pun kena mohon juga PTPTN, tetapi PTPTN akan bagi sehingga 5,000. Okey, yuran dia ada 18, tolak 5,000 tinggal lagi 13,000. So untuk 13,000 ni 9,000 ni akan ditolak daripada tabung zakat. Okay, so tinggal lagi 4,000 lebih. So 4,000 lebih tu kita bukanlah minta sekaligus untuk lump sum payment. So payment ni adalah by semester. So by semester ni kalau ada 4,000 lebih bagi 3 semester, satu semester lebih kurang 1,000 lebih lah. Okay, so bila satu semester 1,000 lebih, satu semester ada 4 bulan. So kalau nak mudahkan semua lagi, kita buat pengiraan untuk setiap bulan adalah lebih kurang 367 sebulan saja. Kita tak adalah banyak. So kalau nak senang, so contohnya masuk Mei, bayarlah sikit 300-400, lepas tu 400 lagi next semester, next month, bulan 6, bulan 7 pun lagi 400, okay, lepas tu bulan 8 pun lagi 200-300. So settle untuk that semester. So that's why kita katakan yang bayaran ni bukan dah sekaligus yang kita minta. Okay, cumanya dari segi invoice dia ada 3 kali setahun bergantung kepada semester. Okay, itulah kita nak tunjukkan yang sebenarnya tak adalah banyak. Kalau tengok nombor daripada segi kadar yuran sekaligus satu tahun tu memanglah banyak, tetapi kalau kita buat setelah ditolak PTPTN, setelah ditolak tabung amanah zakat, ada sedikit saja yang perlu dibayar, dan kalau kita buat pembayaran daripada setiap bulan tu itu kadang-kadang lebih kurang lah. Satu lagi ada, okay, kita nak maklumkan yang untuk tabung amanah zakat ni, ini adalah untuk khas untuk Mei intake tau, Mei intake lagi sebulan setengah ni. Untuk katalah yang ada, sebab ada yang keluarga yang katakan takut dulu anak dia dapat 8A waktu trial. Lepas tu bila actual result nanti, sebab kita jangkakan result SPM akan keluar hujung bulan 5 atau awal bulan 6. So bila keluar result SPM ni, anak cuma dapat 3A saja. So jangan risau. Untuk ni anak-anak puan tak akan dilucutkan dia punya tawaran tu, masih berjalan macam apa yang kita tawarkan. Cumanya apa yang kita perlukan sebenarnya adalah minimum C saja untuk setiap subjek. Okay, kalau anak-anak dapat kurang daripada A apa yang dia dapat, tetapi semua punya kelayakan minimum dia cukup setiap C pada setiap subjek tu, dan tak ada masalah, boleh teruskan macam biasa. Okay, lepas tu lagi pelajar-pelajar yang kata dapat straight A's ke, ada dapat 6A ke, 7A ke, semua tu kita memang menggalakkan untuk pelajar-pelajar yang sedang belajar ni untuk memohon penajaan yang lain. Okay, berdasarkan result yang dia dapat dan juga requirement daripada penaja-penaja yang ada tu lah nanti. Sebabnya setiap penaja tu ada requirement masing-masing. Ada penaja yang nak 6A saja, ada yang nak 7A, ada yang nak 8A, ada yang nak straight A lah, A plus lah. Dan juga ada requirement daripada setengahnya requirement untuk gaji, contohnya below 4,000, nak below 10,000. So ada yang tak ada tengok pun pasal gaji. So bergantung pada penaja-penaja. So kita akan bantu pelajar-pelajar yang dah masuk ni untuk update semua penajaan yang available pada masa tu. Dan satu lagi, ada ini takut juga setengah ada parent yang tanyalah, kalau ini anak saya contohnya dulu katalah dapat trial, okay, boleh masuk semua. Tapi bila actualnya result dia dapat ada satu physics dapat D contohnya. So bila physics dapat D ni, kalau ikutkan kelayakan minimum, tak layaklah untuk kalau dia nak teruskan di dalam program engineering. So tapi kalau dia tak layak, kita akan bagi nasihatkan dia lah untuk tukar program. Contohnya untuk pergi ke program IT ke, ataupun pergi ke program sistem maklumat, ataupun pergi ke program computer science yang mana tak memerlukan physics. Tapi kalau dia still nak buat engineering juga, tapi memang kita kalau ikut kelayakan kita memang tak boleh, dan kita terpaksa dia terpaksa withdraw daripada UTP lah. So untuk yang tu tak ada kita kenakan yuran lah. Cumanya yang 1,300 tu itu adalah bukan bayaran untuk yuran, itu adalah untuk pengesahan pendaftaran saja, yang mana kalau dah masuk tu maksudnya duit tu semua dah diguna pakai untuk proses kemasukan lah, proses minggu orientasi, alam siswa semua tu kita dah gunakan duit tu lah. Okay, so itu saja yang penting. Okay. Okay, ini adalah summary ataupun secara ringkasnya untuk tabung amanah zakat. Okay, tabung amanah zakat yang kita memang highlightkan untuk main semester saja, sebab kita nak gunakan duit tabung yang diamanahkan kepada kita ni untuk diberikan kepada pelajar secepat mungkin. So requirement adalah cuma 6A saja. Lepas tu kita ada MARA TSP. Okay, untuk lepasan dah habis foundation, jangan risau sebab katalah contohnya pelajar waktu foundation ni SPM cuma dapat 8B contohnya, straight B's. Okay, so tak layak untuk mohon scholarship ke mana. So jangan risau, boleh teruskan belajar foundation di UTP ni. Make sure nanti score 3.0, nanti bila dah habis foundation ni masuk degree nanti boleh apply MARA TSP. Ni memang dia buka every semester untuk kelayakan minimumnya adalah cuma 3.0 saja. Okay. So memang sure dapat. Lepas tu untuk MARA GRP ni untuk scholarship, lepas tu ada JPA. PIDN ni program ijazah dalam negara. So untuk PIDN ni requirement dia adalah 3.3 je lah. Alright. Tu kita ada yayasan-yayasan lain. Ataupun penerima BPN, Bantuan Prihatin Nasional, yang mana untuk ibu bapa yang dalam kategori ini, anaknya akan dapat straight memang terus dapat 6,800. Ini kita tak perlukan, kita panggil kita panggil macam kelayakan ataupun proof, sebabnya bila apply PTPTN nanti pelajar kena masukkan IC ibu bapa. So bila IC ibu bapa tu dia akan terus link dengan lembaga hasil. Okey, itu. Lepas tu untuk kategori kedua, kategori 4,000 ke 8,000, pelajar akan dapat lebih kurang 75% daripada maksimum loan. Okey, so untuk foundation punya program, pelajar akan dapat 5,100 lah tadi. Okey, untuk kategori ketiga ni, yang mana income parents ni lebih daripada 8,000, so untuk foundation hanya akan dapat 3,400. So jangan risau, untuk 3,400 ni setelah 18,000 tolak 3,000. Okey, untuk 3,000 pelajar yang mana keluarga berpendapatan lebih daripada 8,000, mereka dapat 3,000 setahun. 3,000 setahun ni, contoh 18,000 tolak 3,000, ada lagi balance 15,000 yang perlu dibayar. So untuk 15,000 ni untuk keluarga yang lebih daripada 8,000 ni, so jangan risau, 15,000 tu bukan dibayar sekaligus. 15,000 hanya dibayar mengikut stages lah, kita bahagikan kepada 3 semester. Semester pertama lebih kurang 5,000. Semester kedua pun lebih kurang 5,000 kena top up lah. Tetapi yang 5,000 tu, kalau tak nak bayar sekaligus, bayar pun bulan-bulan pun boleh. Tetapi nak senang bayar, contohnya kalau masuk bulan 5 bayar 1,500, bulan 6 bayar 1,500, bulan 7 pun bayar 1,500. So boleh settle cepat lah, maksudnya tak terasa sangat lah kalau compare dengan nak bayar 5,000 terus macam tu. Okay. Okey, selain pada tu, untuk kategori macam M40 ataupun B40 yang perlukan duit ataupun extra financing untuk bayar yuran pengajian, kalau gunakan PTPTN tak cukup, okey, untuk foundation kita tak boleh keluarkan EPF. Okey, hanya untuk degree program saja yang kita boleh keluarkan EPF. So untuk itu kita ada buat partnership dengan Bank Rakyat. So basically untuk financing tu tak ada masalah lah untuk kategori family income above 4,000 dan 8,000 ni. So requirement dia cuma dia perlukan payslip, yang mana kalau ikutkan requirement minimumnya hanyalah 2,000 sebulan gaji, tetapi sekarang ni bergantung kepada kredit eligibility oleh ibu bapa lah. Rate dia sangat rendah daripada Bank Rakyat yang buat 3.31% saja. Dan juga the good thing is monthly installment dia akan start selepas tamat pengajian. Okey, ini bermaksud kalau compare dengan personal loan apa semua, dia akan start bayar immediately next month kan. So kalau macam ini, untuk Bank Rakyat Education Financing ni akan bayar setelah tamat pengajian. Okey, so untuk maklumat seterusnya boleh berhubung dengan Encik Encik Azizul dekat Bank Rakyat Sri Iskandar. Tapi ini kita buat dengan Bank Rakyat Sri Iskandar je lah, supaya satu lagi Bank Rakyat ni ada dekat di Sri Iskandar, senang untuk kemudahan kepada pelajar-pelajar juga. Okey, maximum amounting yang boleh apply sehingga 100,000, tetapi itu bergantung kepada credit eligibility jugalah. Okey, EPF withdrawal hanyalah untuk degree program sahaja. So kalau habis foundation, bila masuk ke degree nanti, ada dua option jugalah, sama ada nak continue terus dengan EPF ataupun continue terus dengan Bank Rakyat, ataupun nak gunakan EPF juga. So mana-mana pun boleh. So bergantung pada preference mak dan ayah lah. Kalau ada duit banyak dalam akaun satu nak gunakan tu pun boleh. Sorry, akaun dua. Okey, satu lagi benda yang ini benda penting lah, especially untuk ibu bapa untuk tolong monitor anak-anak, especially untuk bila nak apply tu. So contohnya especially untuk dokumen lah, yang mana dokumen semua ni perlu dapat pengesahan, kita panggil apa, yang certified true copy tu. So yang pentingnya adalah satu, kalau dah keluar result SPM nanti kena buat banyak few copies, yang mana setiap copies tu kena buat pengesahan diakui sah, ataupun di Englishnya certified true copy lah. So macam result SPM, lepas tu sijil-sijil co-curriculum yang dia ambil waktu form 4, form 5 tu, especially sijil, ataupun kalau dia waktu form 3 pun boleh juga, kalau dia ada contoh wakil yang tinggi-tinggi lah, wakil negeri, wakil negara apa semua tu, tak kisahlah dalam penglibatan apa sekalipun, akademik ke, penglibatan sukan ke, penglibatan kelab-kelab ke apa semua, mewakili negeri negara ke, semua pun boleh. Make sure ada evidence lah itu. So tak boleh tulis dekat bila mohon nanti tak ada evidence, susah. Lepas tu IC penting. Lepas tu kalau macam especially kalau dia require Bumiputra, kena ada surat beranak lah tu, yang mana menunjukkan Bumiputra, yang dalam surat beranak tu akan menunjukkan Bumiputra. Kalau IC tak nampak dia punya status Bumiputra tu. Okey, itu saja. Alright. Okay, yang satu lagi penting adalah deadline. So make sure deadline ni kena tengok betul-betul sebab sekarang ni kebanyakan permohonan adalah melalui online. So bila online ni, bila tutup deadline ni, dia orang tutup saja memang dah tak boleh submit dah. Okay, dah tak ada form macam tu, susah. So make sure betul-betul tengok bila boleh submit dan juga bila kena completekan semua dokumen. Dan yang paling penting, bila submit dokumen tu, make sure complete dokumen, sebab jangan ada dokumen-dokumen yang tak hantar. Sebabnya nanti kita takut kalau pihak penaja buat screening apa semua, dokumen tak cukup, nanti dia akan katakan, sebab kalau contohnya allocation dia ada 300 tapi permohonan dia ada sampai 3,000, 10 kali ganda. So nak memudahkan proses atau kerja dia akan tengok benda yang complete sahaja. Yang tak complete tu pun dia akan katakan incomplete document. So macam seolah-olah macam pelajar tak berminat lah macam tu. So lebih baik kan make sure benda semua complete dan baru submit. Okay. Dan juga submit pun before the deadline. Dan juga satu lagi, contact details. Okay, sebab contact details ni kadang-kadang especially pelajar-pelajar dia letak contact detail, kadang-kadang dia tukar ada tukar-tukar nombor apa semua tu. Make sure contact number ni yang reachable. Sebabnya takut nanti contact nombor untuk cakap lain, WhatsApp pun number lain pula. So jangan menyusahkan pihak penaja lah. Itu. Dan satu lagi, email. Make sure email yang selalu dibuka lah, supaya bila pihak penaja hantar email apa semua, senang saja. Janganlah bila penaja hantar email kata interview lagi minggu depan, so minggu depan baru nak buka email, dan kalut, susah sikit lah. Okay, just this is last one lah. Memang kita nak highlight kenapa pelajar-pelajar perlu study ataupun perlu sambung kat UTP, especially untuk main intake. Sebab satu, gunakan trial result lah, sebab ada yang pihak parents kata nak tunggu anak habis dapat result SPM dulu. Sebenarnya untuk pelajar-pelajar tunggu result ke ataupun study sekarang pun, kalau tunggu result nak dapat ke penaja, sama sajalah kalau nak tunggu sekarang, start study sekarang ataupun study kemudian. Cumanya bezanya nanti kalau pelajar yang start untuk main intake ni, dia punya momentum yang waktu habis SPM ni masih tinggi lagi. So bila dia nak belajar tu nanti, insyaAllah mudahlah, sebab dia banyak lagi masih ingat apa yang dia belajar tu, as compare tu dah 7-8 bulan tak belajar, dah buat benda lain apa semua, nak start balik tu susah. Dan juga nanti bila kita nakkan result foundation ni pun as good as waktu SPM dululah. Dulu maintain a good momentum. Contohnya study semua at least boleh score 3.0 for the first semester ataupun 3.5 first semester. Kalau start first semester pun dah 2.0, 2.5, susah nah. Nanti bila second semester nak reach up balik. Okay, supaya nanti bila result foundation tu nanti boleh digunakan untuk apply degree ataupun apply penaja-penaja lain, especially kalau dah habis foundation tu lah. Dan lepas tu satu lagi, pelajar-pelajar ni akan habis awal as compared to kawan-kawan dia yang masuk September. So bila habis awal study ni, dia akan dapat exposure ataupun peluang lebih awal daripada kawan. So dia bukan boleh kerja dulu, maksudnya competition dekat situ dah kurang. Dan satu lagi, bezanya kalau masuk dekat UTP as compared to masuk kat matrik. Kalau matrik ni masuk, habis matrik ni nanti dia tak tahu, tak ada hala tuju lagi apa nak buat, walaupun dia kata dia nak buat mechanical apa semua, tetapi bila habis foundation dia belum tentu dapat, dia apply ke mechanical tu dapat, sebabnya competition banyak bila dah habis. Sekarang ni untuk UTP, untuk main intake especially, bila dia masuk ke foundation ni, untuk dia nak buat mechanical tu dah tentu, sebab kita dah reserve dia punya seat dekat undergraduate degree program tu untuk mechanical engineering bila dah habis foundation. Dan satu lagi, untuk degree program UTP, kita bagi priority kepada pelajar-pelajar foundation untuk seat kita reserve dulu. So as compared to other, contohnya macam matrik semua, so kalau reserve seat untuk foundation tu dah penuh, baru kita tak ambil lah, contohnya macam mechanical tak ambil lagi dah. So kita akan suggest untuk program lain. That's why kita beri priority kepada pelajar-pelajar daripada foundation tu sendiri. Okey, itu saja apa yang saya boleh sharekan setakat ni. Okey, untuk contact number saya ada di sini, dan juga tim saya dengan Cik Syarul, Puan Syida, Puan Farida untuk sponsorship, scholarship dan juga marketing yang lain. Kita ada untuk tim daripada Zakat, kita ada Ustaz Syukri dan juga Puan Syamsina, dan juga daripada tim Yayasan UTP, kita ada Encik Syazlan, Encik Sharifah dan juga Encik Wardi. So contact number ada di sini. Kalau sekiranya ingin tanya apa-apa, boleh contact terus di contact number yang disediakan. Untuk kalau sekiranya tuan-tuan perlu nak WhatsApp, saya akan dropkan saya punya mobile number di chat room ni, supaya tuan-tuan kalau perlukan nak message instant apa semua, boleh terus WhatsApp kepada saya. Okey, itu saja buat masa ini. Okey, sekiranya ada apa-apa persoalan lagi daripada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, ya, kita tengok.
Thank you, Mr. Tajul, for the sharing session. So we do receive some inquiries and questions from Mr. Zulkarnain. So I think already answered by Mr. Tajul in the chat box, in the discussion forum. And Tajul also dropped his phone number, so you can contact him either through WhatsApp or phone call anytime you like. Okay, so that's all for today. For the parent session, we already covered about the student experience by the Center for Student Development Department, Ms. Khairunisa. We also explore the hostel and also campus life by the residential village representative, Mr. Jeffrey Sani. And just now we had a great sharing session, which is very crucial and important for the students, which is about the financial assistance by Mr. Tajul. And Mr. Tajul also dropped his number, so you can contact him to ask more about the available financial assistance for the SPM leavers. All right. Thank you so much. If there is no other questions or inquiries, we'll meet in an evening session later at 2 p.m. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.